Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Before I start this video, I just want to let everyone know that this video is for educational purposes only, and I'm going to tell you the entire story and all the facts to the best of my ability with the information that's already out there on the internet. So please do your own research so you can form your own opinions, okay? So what we're going to talk about right now is the fact that there is a massive fuel stockpile that belongs to Hamas. And Israeli authorities released on Tuesday aerial images of the storage tanks in the Gaza Strip containing at least 500,000 liters of fuel, stressing that questions regarding fuel shortages should be addressed to this group and not to Jerusalem. So the Israeli Defense Ministry said in a tweet, near the Rafah, and that's R-A-F-A-H border crossing to Egypt, Hamas owns fuel tanks containing hundreds of thousands of liters of fuel. Please refer the ones complaining about no fuel in Gaza to Hamas. Now, allegedly, Hamas has all this fuel and quite a lot of it, and they can decide where to use that fuel. So what is Hamas doing with these resources that it has? Why aren't questions being posed to Hamas like, why don't you use some of the fuel that you have stockpiled and hoarded in advance of this situation and use it for the civilians of Palestine? I think that's a logical and rational question. But you know, who knows if you'll ever get the truth when it comes to that question. So out of compassion and understanding, Israel has set up a humanitarian zone in the south of the Strip and allowed aid to flow to Palestinian civilians. And some have questioned Israel's decision to allow goods to enter the Gaza Strip, particularly as Hamas still holds like more than 200 hostages, and aid for civilians in the past has been systematically diverted to Hamas and not to the civilians. Even this one group, it's called UNRWA, the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestine Refugees in the Near East, has been described as an extension of Hamas. And this UNRWA is a very problematic organization. It is fully controlled by Hamas, and Hamas uses the facilities that the UNRWA uses for weapon storage and for launch rockets, and all of the local employees of the UNRWA are Hamas people, and nobody is allowed to work with this organization without the permission of Hamas. So on Tuesday, this UNRWA posted on social media that without fuel, it will have to half all of its operations in the Gaza Strip as of Wednesday night. Well, but you have the fuel, and it's been found out. So use the resources that you have. Duh. Now, the Israel Defense Forces responded to this message with an aerial photo of what looks like 12 large white vats lined up in 2 rows, right next to each other. Look. Now, these fuel tanks are inside Gaza. They contain more than 500,000 liters of fuel. Now, ask Hamas, you know, the ones that run your organization, if you can have some of that gas. Just a simple question. I mean, the humanitarian organizations that are operating inside Gaza to distribute the humanitarian assistance that we have flowing in from Rafah need to have the ability to do so. They need fuel to be able to do this. And fuel is important for the desalination of water. It's important to the provision of medical care. The Israelis do have legitimate concerns about the diversion of any fuel to Hamas, and I don't blame them. You can understand why they are extremely concerned about this. So this UNRWA, they wrote in a since deleted got to cover your tracks, since deleted social media posts that a group of people with trucks purporting to be from the Ministry of Health of the de facto authorities in Gaza, or Hamas, removed fuel and medical equipment from the agency's compound in Gaza City. So here's the other thing. There's also audio evidence that Hamas is forcibly preventing Palestinians from heeding Israel's order to evacuate from the south of the Gaza Strip. And the recording features an officer in IDF Military Intelligence Directorates Unit 504, and a Gazan civilian speaking about the latter's attempts to temporarily relocate from the northern part of the Strip ahead of an expected major Israel ground operation intended to destroy the Hamas organization. Now, in this call, the IDF officer tells Mohammed that to ensure your personal safety, I'm asking you to urgently go towards Khan Yunis, which is in the south. Now, he in turn says, but all the roads are blocked. And when asked if Hamas is blocking the roads, he answers in the affirmative, saying that Hamas is preventing passage south and the main north-south highway running through the Gaza Strip. Now, Hamas is sending drivers back in harm's way in the north by placing vehicles on the road. So Hamas is actually stopping the innocent civilians of Palestine from getting the aid that they need. And Israel called them out on it. And boy, they don't like it. Well, tough. You can't sit there and lie about the resources that you have and say you don't have it, when in all actuality you do have it. And I don't know. It's really bad. I mean, they were caught lying. You were caught. Time to fess up. You've got the resources. You're just hoarding it from the innocent civilians. Plain and simple. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you in the next one, okay? You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fear less. Ciao.